very, very hard, embarrassing lesson that I think would benefit anybody who's writing a blues song. So when I first moved to Nashville in the 90s, I was very fortunate to be able to play with B.B. King's band. Now, before I did not play with B.B. King. I was essentially a hired gun in the off season because the band liked to play.
Oh, fun!
And so it was super cool. I was fresh out of, I was a kind of more of a rock and roll guy, and just a really great. But they very quickly came up with a nickname for me called Vanilla Lick. And they did not mean it kindly. And they gave me a really hard lesson. And here's why they call me. I said, "Why do you call me Vanilla Lick?" He goes, and they were fantastic mentors. And he goes, "You always start and end all of your phrases on the root." So if you have a blues scale, the major blues are, and he says, so whenever you're, and he goes, and you have a tendency to start and end on the root in your melodies and your solo and all that stuff. Whereas us guys, the non-vanilla, they're not afraid to start and end on tension. So, and it was just eye-opening. And all of a sudden I was looking at all my soloing, all the blues melodies that I'd written, because I thought I was just really hot stuff. And sure enough, and the reason is, and since then I've actually seen this bleed over into other areas of songwriting. Songwriters are stable notes have this huge gravitational pull to us. It's just like the sun, and we like to and this is not a bad thing. It's just an is thing, and so I want you to notice that you kind of have a couple different sections here. You have your verse sections, right? And then here's your chorus, kind of a chorus. Blues doesn't necessarily have choruses per se. It's kind of a bridge. And then you have two more verses, and then a repeat. What we're going to call the chorus. And what happens is, while we were listening to this, the reason why I put this in italics is this is the first time we heard an opening note that was not the same as all the other sections. All the other sections, and again, it sounds great. Like the guys, Walter, sounds great. The production is great, but what I'm going to do, watch this. So I'll start the first line.
Tired of you.
All right, tired of you. Right, okay. Now we go to the next verse. And then again, there's nothing. I'm not complaining about that.
Gotta pick myself up and keep on pushing through. Gave you.
All right. Gave you my nut. And again, we're fine at this point. I have no complaints about that. But when we get to the next section, which is supposed to be your bridge, or not your bridge, it's supposed to be the call out, the chorus of the section. We get here.
You don't want me no more, baby. Baby, you're no longer my concern.
Right.
I really don't mind.
I really don't mind. So what happens is, we don't know, your listeners actually do not know that this is a new section. We don't know that this is a chorus. We don't know we just hear it as, because again, the only thing that separates this section from these sections is you go and you use the traditional blues form of repeating the first two lines. The keeps me at peace thing,
Right.
which sets up that last line. But melodically, nothing's changed. So then we get to we get to this verse.
Every time we argue,
Every time. You're
trying to put the blame on me.
So I apologize. I was wrong on that. But really, see, I think that change should come here. To have the different melody to signal to signal to your listeners, like the guys at the airport with the yellow with the orange flags, like, hey, verse. Oh, he's taking off. And you're signaling to your listeners now, and especially, if actually, I'm not going to tell Walter how to sing it because he has a gorgeous, wonderful voice. But give your chorus a new melodic place to let your listeners know that, like, hey, this is really, really, really important. And then especially on your that I might as well leave, or keep the keeps me at peace. These are prime areas not to sing stable notes, which I don't think he necessarily does. But really don't mind if it keeps me at peace. Really don't mind being alone if it keeps me at peace. You can't keep a stable mind, but I might as well leave. And then now when you get back to the verse, every time we argue, right? And it feels like we're coming back to it. Feels like we're coming, and then it's a standard kind of thing, in these sections to noodle around more melodically. That's a blues thing. That's fine. But set up your chorus with just like a clearly defined chorus melody that's new. And again, use those unstable notes in your melody, especially on your hook. It's such an amazing place to use those unstable notes. Now aside from that, just kind of a lesson to all. I'm not saying that stable notes, and I'm sorry, when I say stable notes, I'm really talking about the root and the root and I almost went the root and the fifth, the root and the fifth. How did that? It's a good thing Anthony doesn't like mute. Stable notes are not a bad thing, and I'm not saying stable notes. Tarzan,
I think you're just saying they shouldn't be the only thing. Basically,
they shouldn't be the only thing. Absolutely. All right, cool.
But it's so easy to make them the only thing. I think that's the point so much of the time.
So I just posted my website, artistaccelerator.com, in the chat. Please, I'd love to have you join up for my newsletter. Every year I do a songwriting retreat in Nashville. I'm also available for doing song critiques privately, and you can find out all that information on the website, artistaccelerator.com.
Okay, so hopefully that information helps you out. If you're looking for a lot more ways to improve your melody writing, I have a couple of free cheat sheets that you can download by tapping on the screen here. And if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel to stay updated on our latest songwriting videos, you can tap our logo on the screen for that. And I'll also have links for that stuff below this video. So thank you for checking this one out, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care.
We built this.